I used to play actually pub fruit machines. Like I met this guy I knew from my days of doing graffiti and doing wild shit like that. And I was out in a club in London at a place called Cheapskates. I remember it, where you could get like the dirtiest, cheapest alcohol for like £1. So like all students and shit would go there.
It was actually
Anyway, I was
called
being
cheap.
about
It was called cheapsteaks.
no Cheapskates.
Cheapskates. Cheapskate. Okay, yeah. All right, that
Yeah.
makes okay.
So a lot of people used to go there, and I met this guy in there who I used to know from back in the day, and I'd heard that he was making money from um, like fruit machines, which is like in the UK in pubs or bars, there's always like a slot machine basically. It's like a £25 jackpot or £15 jackpot it was back then. And I said to him, "Oh, teach me how to do it." And very nicely of him, he basically showed me the ways. So the next day we went out and he showed me a few tricks on different machines. There was like a machine called Pie Factory where there was a cheat where you could get, every time you got a jackpot, there was a little way of getting another jackpot straight away. So I'd go around hustling like, I got pretty good. He taught me a few things. I learned a few things. And I'd go around all day. This was just when I was at like university. I'd skip university. I'd take the train back to London and go hustling fruit machines all day, going from pub to pub, like buying 50 pence blackcurrant soda water, not even drinking anything, going straight to the machine, winning like 10, 15, 20 pounds and getting out of there before, you know, the angry fucking pub owner wanted to kick my head in. So that was like 2004, late 2004, 2005 when I won that tournament for 10,000 on the site. William Hill was part of Cryptologic. It was a beautiful software. It was lovely. And then I just started grinding cash basically, 2.5 and 5.10 and 10.20 a bit. And you know, I went broke several times back and forth between say 2005 and maybe, well, I've been broke several times back and forth over the 15 years, but between 2005, 2007 or so, yeah, I was going broke just playing 5.10 and then running it back up and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was, I went to Vegas in late 2007 with my friend Matthews. I don't know if you know him. He might have been a bit before your time. He still plays online, but he was a sick player back then. Basically, he used to play 200, 400 PLO on full tilt, like in 2008 or 2007, before everyone even knew how to play PLO.
Right.
Anyway, so I went to Vegas with him, and he was like watching me play online, and I was like a huge nit basically, and he was like, no, you gotta up the aggression basically.
Right.
Because obviously when I first started playing, you could just be a basic nit and like beat because there was so many bad fish.
I heard Moneymaker recently was saying, and I forgot this. I've heard it. That it was illegal to check raise at one point in poker. You couldn't check raise. That was like frowned upon.
Well, that was the thing. When you flopped a set, you would like limp with a pair, and you'd flop a set, and you'd lead out, and they'd raise, and then you'd raise, and then they'd raise, and then if you'd 7-bet all in.
Right.
Like it was a very different game. But that's what you had to do to win. Yo, instead of just calling, I mean, it's very simple. It's like the guy said in Rounders. He's like, instead of just calling pre-flop, anytime you're going to call, just re-raise. Mm-hmm. And it's literally all he said to me. And it transformed my game completely.
Right.
So I literally started free betting. I must have been free betting like 40% of the hands. And no one was.
People didn't know how to respond in their mind.
They didn't know how to respond.
Like aces or kings or ace king suited maybe or queens,
Yeah.
and that's like it. And then they're just like on defense, and then they see some of your showdowns at some point. And they're probably like, "What the hell?" But even then, they probably don't know how to adjust, right? At that point.
Exactly. And no one really 4-bet or did much. And you know, I had a very easy time. I already had a good instincts, like when people were bluffing and shit like that. But I was always quite tight. And then this like totally reformed my game. And then I just turned into a super beast at the beginning of 2008, and like I didn't even have a losing day for like a year or something. It was like I was playing 2-5 and 5-10, and then by the end of 2008, I was playing 250, 500 on Betfair heads up v whoever and whenever and whatever. but I know what was one turning point for me is my friend. It was my friend Alan, actually, Chinese Alan. He's one of the most likable, friendly guys. He's a great poker player as well. He's super underrated.
Chinese Alan, that's quite a name. I don't know too many Asians Alan, or is that what it translates the Mandarin name?
I think that's his
It's
English.
good. It's a funny name, like
his
Vegas.
name's Zheng Zhang, I think.
Okay,
But,
all right. We'll call him Chinese
So-
Alan. I like that.
I think I had a few people over for a UFC fight night one time, and there was about like 6 of us in the room. And yeah, I've always had a pretty big ego with poker or whatever. And
We all do, I think.
yeah, and I can't remember. My friend Matthew said to him, "Oh, do you think Luke can beat Poker Stars?" Because I think someone was saying no one can beat Poker Stars, blah blah blah, and I've always said I can beat mixed games on Poker Stars, blah blah blah. And you know, my results in like 2014 for the mixed games on there, they weren't great. Like I lost a lot of money playing heads up versus a guy called Jay Lama and some other people, and I wasn't that good then. My mind wasn't in it right then, and anyway, but I was saying, listen, I'm sick at mixed games. Trust me, I can beat stars. Blah blah blah. And this Alan guy, my friend Alan, my friend Matthew said to him, "So you think Luke can beat Poker Stars or not?" And he goes, "Oh no, he can't beat Poker Stars." Yeah. And I don't know, it just put something in my belly, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I love Alan Spitz, but I'm gonna fucking prove this guy wrong. Yeah.
Right.
And ever since then, I've just been kind of crushing Poker Stars. There's so many things to being a good poker player anyway. I mean, you know, it's just lists of things, obviously, but the mental game is one thing, bankroll management, knowing where your edges, the confidence, etc., etc. But the mental game for me, I've struggled with that over the years. And, you know, even now it stings because I play big stakes now. So, you know, I could get fucked in like, especially when I play this big live game, I could get fucked in a 60K pot or so. And it stings, and it's hard to not tilt, and then you end up opening like the Queen 8 off on the button and limit hold'em the next hand when you probably wouldn't have opened it if you had fucking just won the last pot. So I still have those not demons, but I still struggle with that a bit. But I'm definitely a lot better than I am now. Like I'm not going to go on some rage tilt and just like play super loose or something. I will start talking to myself and I know it's not good because you just radiate this negative shit when you start moaning about your beats and stuff like that, and especially when you're playing in like a big high stakes games with other very rich good professionals, you know.
Right.
It doesn't help. It's that big minus EV to be even just sitting there just showing tilt through your face. So
Right.
You know, it's like someone like David Oppenheim. You know, he's got a good mental game. He might not be the best player, but he just battles through. You know, that big game in Bobby's room, there is so much personality clashing. There's so many emotions. It's a fucking battlefield and warfield in there, and you can't give nothing away at all. You know.
Where are you at with Doug? Because I know he's like, he said some
You
shit.
know, to be honest with you, he's kind of so like irrelevant really at this point. I think he was just. Listen, he came to the end of his little. Everyone has their time, kind of. He had a few good months. He spun it up. Then he lost like a lot back, and then he realized he couldn't beat it anymore. So he started fucking doing this YouTube channel, whatever it was. And you know, some like quirky nerds might enjoy his shit, but like anyone with 2 cents realizes like it's all fake, and he's a massive douche. And you know, he just, I mean, like the banners he puts up, and I mean, I've spoken about it before, so it's pigeon me even saying it.
Yeah,
really.
no, I'm not trying to. I know because I knew there was a little. I'm not trying to like cause a back and forth thing. I mean, that's how. Listen, Doug does. That's his deal, right? He says
Yeah, but I don't think he really
stuff.
brings people to poker, though. I wouldn't agree with that.
Give us like biggest win, biggest loss, online or live. Like, what's some of your big? Have you Do you know off the top of your head? I mean, you probably had some 7-figure, big 6-figure.
Yeah. Well, back in the day, I guess when I was playing those huge like heads up no limit sessions back on Full Tilt and Betfair and iPoker back in like 2009, I remember one day in the Bahamas, we were just playing online, and I think we won 800 or 900,000. And the very next day lost it all back. So like there was many days where over 500,000 was won or lost, and there was a couple of days where it was nearly 1 million. I might not have had all the action, but I had probably 50% at least at them times. So those are pretty wild. These days, the biggest swing I might have nowadays would be, I guess, if I play a big live game, I might win 250 on a very good night. I might lose 150 or so on a very bad. I might lose 200 on a bad night as well.